This is the 30th day video. I don't think it's 30th video overall because I did lump some days together. But this video is all about renewal and changing paradigms. So pretty much when we discuss, depression and mental health and things like that, we always say, I want to get better. I want to get better. The problem with that is the negative connotation with wanting to get better. It begins with this idea that something is fundamentally wrong with you in the first place. And here's the thing. We may do good or bad things, whatever, but having a condition is not inherently making you good or bad. You see what I mean? So for me, I don't like saying I want to get better. I want to say I want to adapt. I want to renew myself. I want to, modify myself to make myself where I want to be. Because again, this whole process, the thing of it is, we never truly get better. We learn how to manage the situation. And that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to manage our depression, looking to manage our anxieties, we're looking to manage our fears, our insecurities, because I have a lot of them. And, I started this series in 2018, we're now in 2020. And so I've got to take in all this new information since then, which why I'm so glad I kind of am a big procrastinator, because I can actually share more and have an open mind more. Because I said some things when I look back on them like, oh, I didn't agree with that in the moment, but that's what it is. But this is the last video of the last day, so we're going to wrap everything up. Here's the thing. There is nothing wrong with you as you are. Being perfect or being normal or being conventional, just an abstract thought. That is a paradigm that we need to get rid of. You know why? Because your normal is not my normal. It's not her normal. It's not his normal. Okay? What you need to understand is there's no getting better. There isn't. You're good. You just need to know how to manage the moments that you have that are challenging. It's all about management. It's not about getting better. It's about managing the problems that you face, that you come up with. Recently, I got my feelings hurt very badly, whatever. And I remember back in the day, had this happened to me, let's say 4 or 5 years ago, I'd be on the floor somewhere, I'd fly off the handle, I'd cry and I'd stop eating, so on and so forth. And granted, I did do that. Like, I did cry. I did get really angry, and I'd play the person on Facebook and Instagram and subsequently add them back because that was a rash decision. But it didn't last as long. Like, when I got that way the last time, it lasted for weeks and weeks and weeks. This was over in 2 days. Why? Because I was able to manage differently. Because, something I learned is I have a thinking brain and I have a feeling brain, right? The feeling brain and the thinking brain, or thinking mind, should say, they need to be separated. I need to be able to observe my thoughts, observe my feelings, and say, okay, that's how I feel anger. Not that I am angry. I feel anger. I feel better, whatever your better is. I feel happy. I feel this and the third. You see what I mean? Because now you disassociate with that feeling, whatever, and now you can recognize it for what it is. It's just a feeling. That's it. That's not you. You are not the feeling. The feeling is something that you had and that you're over. So you can recognize it and say, hey, I had anger. I had sadness. I had bitterness. And then what your thinking brain needs to do, and what you need to do when you talk to your thinking brain, with your thinking brain, is like, you know what? I'm grateful for that anger. I'm grateful for that sadness. I'm grateful for that anxiety. I'm grateful for that feeling like that, that person cut me off last week was fucking stupid. I'm grateful for that. Why? Because it keeps you on your toes. It keeps you present. It gives you a clue as to what you will not take and what you will take. It gives you all these different things, all these different cues that you are missing. You know what I mean? So like now when I get angry, I tell myself, or when I have anger, see, it's the learning progress here, you know what I'm saying? When I have anger, I tell myself, thank you for that anger because it keeps me on my toes. Thank you for that anger because now I know what I will and won't accept. You know what I mean? And it changes things because if I watch that I'm angry, then that's your paradigm. That's what you think you are. Eventually, you begin to believe that's what you are. If you say I'm perky, then that's what you think you are. And anything that's contrary to that, it diminishes you. You feel diminished. You know what I mean? So When you say, I feel anger, I feel happy, I feel this and thirst, you are acknowledging the feeling, but you're also showing that it's a part to the whole. Because remember, going back, way back and way back, just being is what really the ultimate goal in life is. Because you know what? No matter what happens in life, life's going to keep going. Life just is. Your circumstances, my circumstances, ultimately do not matter. Life just continues. The universe just continues, right? It just is. You just are. Okay? There's no I'm angry, I'm this, I'm that. No, you just are. And you have felt this or that or this or that. But the problem with paradigm and things of nature, whatever, is when something challenges your paradigm, you resist it because it now poses an existential threat to what you thought you were or what you think you are, because you're not trying to be present, you're just focusing on what you think you should be based off this one thing here. Okay? So, when it comes to shifting the paradigm, what have you, it's all about your language. It's, I'm this, or I'm feeling this, I'm sensing that, I'm thinking this, I'm thinking that. Because another thing that we do is we seem to think that we are our own thoughts. It's like, no, our thoughts are our thoughts, and we control them, not the other way around. Our feelings are our feelings. We can't really control. To the back, yes, you can. If something makes you angry or something brings up anger in you, then it's on us, it's on you, it's on me, it's our responsibility to figure out where in our life that anger is coming from, where in our life does that trigger, where does it still play effect and have an effect of that, and what do we say and what do we do to release ourselves of that anger? Because again, you're not angry, you felt anger. You're not depressed, you feel depression. You're not anxious, you feel anxious. You see what I mean? This is not your whole being. You're not just one dimensional, one-sided. You have all these different things. Having depression, having anxiety, bipolar, whatever, fine, cool. Yes, these are serious things. I'm not going to deny that. But you're multifaceted. You can have depression, still be happy. You know what I mean? So have happiness. You can be anxious or feel anxiety and still be calm somewhere else. You can move and modulate and all those stuff and vibrate at any frequency you so choose to, as long as you learn how to manage your vocabulary. So what I'm saying to you is, on this last day, and I'm so glad that I've gone through it finally, it only took 2.5 years, but I did it. And, so instead of saying, I'm a procrastinator, it's like, I have procrastinated, because I have, but that doesn't mean it's who I am, but I got it done. You know what I'm saying? Self-talk helps. That positive self-talk helps, and it's worked wonders for me. Also, there's this book by Mark Manson. You have to go to markmanson.net, called Self-Knowledge. And that book, it's only 22 pages. It's an easy read. Will help you so much. So much. Yeah, you have to read that book. If you get a chance to go on markmanson.net and look for that book, it will help you so much. Because you're much more than your mood. You are much more than your appearance. You're much more than your gender. We can keep going on and on and on. You just are, and you have these things. I have dark skin. I have black features. I have black hair. But that's not all I am. And it's not all you are either. Okay? So we're going to shift that paradigm. We're going to get ourselves together, and we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Thank you for staying with me on this journey. It's been a long one. And maybe we'll keep going. Maybe we'll keep making videos and stuff like that. Who knows? But until then,